Hi folks, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Let's start with our hips right on the mat, nice and tall, divine flesh out from underneath us, feet are pointed, and let's reach our arms up and we're just going to take a fold to the diagonal. So we're just starting to wake up the hip flexors and the hamstrings and the lower back and come up and repeat, going forward and come upright. So we're just doing little tilts with the flat back, folding at the hips, shoulders are down, arms are long. And we have a fourth one, reach and come upright. Now we're going to go forward once again, and we're going to start to reach with our arms, starting with our right arm and then with our left arm. And we usually do this rib lift standing up, but we've got this diagonal line here with our spine as we reach and reach. And we have one more, and reach and reach. Let's come back to neutral position and come upright. Good. Now we're going to twist, letting our shoulders go from one direction to the other, keeping tall through our spines. Twist. We're going to the right, twist, and to the left, twist. Repeat. To the right and to the left, keeping the shoulders down, keeping the backs tall, twist and twist. Let's come back to our neutral position. Let's take that with a flexed foot. So we're reaching just diagonal, which will increase the stretch in the hamstring with our feet flexed. And again, reach and out and lift. We have two more. Lifting up and folding from the hips there, out and up. And last one, up and out and lift. Keeping the feet flexed, we're going to take that twist, twist. Shoulders go towards the front and back, twist. And reach, twist, and twist. Trying to keep the arms long. Twist and reach to the left. And last time, twist it. And over to the left, come back to neutral position. Let's relax the hands and the arms and the feet here. Wiggle those feet, wiggle those shoulders. Let's wiggle those arms a little bit. Excellent. We're going to go back into this and adjust it. So from here, we're having our back straight and we're going to reach our arms up. And we're going to go into that diagonal. Now, we're going to reach with the left hand first, reaching straight up, rib cage, and it might feel better. And left and right the second time through, and left and right and left and right. Let's go back into that diagonal line. Now from this diagonal line, we're going to twist. Feet are still pointed. We're twisting over to the left first, and then over to the right. So now this twist is involving a little bit different part of our spine. And we'll also find that you may get the oblique abdominal muscles involved here. Still trying to keep that diagonal line going of that flat back with the hip flexors folding. Good. And come back to neutral position and come upright. Let's relax once again, feet and arms and shoulders. And this time we're going to repeat that, keeping the divine flesh out, feet are flexed, arms up. And we're going to take that diagonal fold. Now let's twist in the opposite direction first. Right and left and right and left. Feeling the fold in the hips. Right and left. Good. And right and left. Coming back to the diagonal line and come upright. Good. Let everything go and beat the thighs out. So there's a lot of work going on in this midsection of our body to start right out. So let's ease that out a little bit. From here, we're going to get a little closer to the edge of the mat, and we're going to take a nice tight ball here. And from here, deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to shoot the arms and legs out, lift, flex the heels of the hands and the feet, and let the head look up. Now we're going to curve everything, point the feet and hands, and scoop into a tight ball. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, push, slide. Press out through the heels of the hands and the feet, back is straight, head is up, and curve, and come in. Repeat, inhale, exhale, reach, stretch, lengthen, lift, and come around, in, and curve. Last time, breath in, exhale, drive those heels out, both in the hands and the feet, backs are straight, and lift. Good. And curve and come in. Good. Release that, push back a little bit more on the mat. Bring the legs up. And let's point our feet, shoulders are down. We're going to just glue those knees together as we walk side to side, just to ease out some of that intense way to begin a class that we were doing. And side, and we have one more. And come over. And come over. Excellent. Coming up. Right. Let's sit up. Divine flesh is out from underneath us. Hug our feet in. Backs are straight. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to have our legs as close to our derriere as we can while we maintain straight back there. And we're going to hug and get that back nice and straight. Now, holding the legs and the rest of your body where it is, see if you can open the arms to the front and to the side, and then come back in again. There's a lot of strength that has to be worked on to maintain this position. And then let's just curve out through that back. Undulate through the hips and roll up. Let's take 4 of these curves and lower back. Good. Push through. Undulate and come up right. And lower back. Reaching out. Push through. And undulate up, and we have one more. Roll it back. Good. Push through, undulate, and come up. Coming back into that tight, high position with your spine, and your feet are where they need to be. You're going to grab a hold of the knees and pull the knees together, or you can wrap more if you'd like to. Keep that back straight. Maintaining the straight back. We're going to release the arms and let the torso and the core do the work as you maintain this straight back position. Bring the arms back in and then come to your knee position. And once again, let's do the wave-like action through our spines. Lower back, push through. See if you can exaggerate it a little bit more as we take this. So all the way back, let your head go, hips. As we warm the spine up, you may find you get more of a true ripple effect through that spine as you come up. Good. And let's take that once more. Ripple it back. And come through, ripple it up. We're going to take that one more time. So once again, reset yourself. You might have to reset the divine flesh, shoulders are down. Keeping that back nice and tall. If you want to, you can grab a hold of your hands and brace your knees against the lower arm there and get that back straight. Hold on to the abs, release the arms and open, keeping that back straight, good, and come back in and come up right, good. Let's bring our hands behind us and lean into that lower back. We can go all the way down to our elbows, so our lower back is really staying on the floor there. And we're going to just bring the legs a little bit closer up to us. Try not to sag into the shoulders. Keep the shoulders lifted. And we're going to stretch that front leg out, reaching it out. Flex the heel out. Push through the ball of the foot point and come in. Back leg, stretch it out. Flex the foot. Push through the balls of the feet point and come in. The whole time you're doing this, you're trying to keep the abs engaged. Front leg, reaching it out. Flex out through the heels. Push through ball point and come in. Back leg, reach it out. Flex that foot through the ball of foot point and come in. We're going to take 2 more sets, increasing, tightening in through that lower abdominal area. So your navel's going towards your spine and you're keeping the shoulders lifted. You're not sagging into the shoulders there. Out, relax, push through the ball of foot and come in. And we have one more. Reach it out and flex it. Push it through point and in. And last set, reach it out. Flex it up. Push it out through the point and in. Now let's stretch the leg out in front. Keep that point And let's lift the knee towards the chest. So we're lifting the knee in and stretch it out. We're still holding onto the abs. In and stretch it out. Keep the shoulders lifted and out and in and out. Coming back up, back leg stretches out and knee goes to the shoulder or to the chest. Out and in and keeping the abs engaged. Reach it in and stretch it out and in and stretch it out. Coming back up, we're going to take it one more time with a flex foot. So reach that leg out, flex the foot, and knee up and push out through the heel. And up, push out through the heel. Still lifting out of the shoulders, lift and out and up and up. Push through the ball of the foot, point, come up. Other leg goes out, still trying to get that lower back towards the floor, engaging the abdominals, flex the foot. And knee, reach it out. And knee, stretch it out. And knee, stretch it out. Good, last time, up and stretch it out. Point the foot, bring the legs up. And now let's lower down. So you're getting your whole spine now on the floor. If you need to move down, if your head got too far to the edge of the mat there, scoot down, reassemble that position with the navel going down towards the spine and engaging the abdominals and keeping that back flat. And let's just take a little opening with the legs. So arms can go to the side. We're going to open through the heels, coming up, and the knees going out to the side. So the heels are lifted and you start getting a stretch in the inside thigh there. And then close it back up again. Let's stretch it out. Knees go out, heels swivel and come up. So you're balancing on the outside of your little toe, just below the little toe. And come up. Two more. Reach it out, stretch. Lift the heels up. Heels should be touching. And come down. And realign, and last time, heels swivel, balancing on the little toe, just below the little toe, thighs are going out, good, and coming back, and coming into your neutral position. Let's lift that front leg up, point the foot, holding on to the knee with both legs, other leg is your anchor. We're going to slide the leg out to the side, try not to rock, and you can let go of the backhand and open up in that inside thigh, just to increase that stretch we were just working on. Bringing it up and in. And now we're going to switch hands. So we've got the opposite hand, the back hand, coming to round that knee and placing the other hand on the floor and crossing this over, this knee over, past the midline if you can. Let's repeat that several times. You're still trying to pull that knee up to the chest and then open, anchoring leg, staying right where it is. So now you're really getting a good opening in that whole inner thigh area. Switch hands and cross it over to the other side. And repeat. Here we go. Two more times. Hugging it in, making sure this leg stays straight up. You can really feel where you're getting this stretch in the inside thigh coming up. And shifting it over, cross, and out. Really see how far over you can get that knee. And let's take it once more. And lift up and open. All the way out. Beautiful. And come up. Switch the hands. Cross it over. Arm comes down and across. And you'll find that you really are quite a bit farther across this last time than you were the first time. Coming in, knee to the chest, you may find that that fold feels a little bit better. Let's extend the leg up, straight to the ceiling. You've got a pointed foot here. Let's flex out through the foot. Push through the ball of foot and point. Let's go into the toes and flex. Ball of the foot and point. And toes and flex. Two more. Ball of the foot and point. And toes and flex. Last time, ball of the foot, point, and toes, and flex. Now, still maintaining the anchor on your standing leg, the one that's bent with the knee to the ceiling. You don't want to rock. We're going to just open that leg out to the side in this straight leg position, which is going to include some work on the inside thigh, but also you're going to find that your core is working hard to maintain your position and not fall over, and then come back up using the inside thigh. We're in a parallel position and straight up. Let's take that one more time. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open that leg. Keep the shoulders nice and steady. Try not to grip too much with those shoulders as you lower that leg out to the side, feeling it out. The inside thigh gets some work. And then in, keeping the core into the floor. Good. Coming up right. Push through the ball of the foot. Coming into a knee position here. And let's stretch that leg out. Flex it. And we're going to push out through the heel, letting the hip go with you. So that you've got a little tilt in that hip. And then release and let it come back to normal. And then push it out. Way out there. And bringing it back to your neutral position. 2 more. Push it out. Good. And let it go. And last time. Push it out. Stretch. And let it come back to the neutral position. Okay, let's relax the foot. Let the other leg come down. Notice the difference between the leg that we've been working on and the one we have not. Let's roll to the side with bent knee position into your side lie position here. And push up. And we're going to go to the other side. So here we go. Swing the legs around. Let's take a curve down with our spine. We start with a straight back, and we're going to roll through that. You can adjust the position of the hands and come all the way down with your back. Bringing the legs up closer to you. Again, if you need to figure out where you should really be on the mat so your head's not in a different position than you'd like it to be, then please take a little move. Make sure that once you get back there to where you want to be, that you've neutralized this lower spine and you've got the abdominals, the navel going into the spine there. Knees are straight up. We're grabbing a hold of this now new front leg and we're hugging it in. And now we're going to shift the hands and bring this leg open. So we're keeping this anchor leg where it is, and we're opening up that inside thigh, just as we did on the other side. And coming back in towards the chest, shifting the hands, and then pulling across the midline. And this first time you might not get very far. Make sure you're really keeping the anchor leg with the knee straight up to the ceiling. And repeat. We're going to take 3 more of these. So hand shifts, and we open out. Good. Coming back in, grabbing a hold of the hand, shift it, and cross it over. Maybe you can get a little farther this time. So we're working on the inside thigh and the outside thigh and the hip area, opening it out. Good. And coming in, shifting the hands, and pulling it across the midline. This third time, you might find you get quite a bit farther over. Still maintaining the upright position of the anchor knee. And then here we go. 4th time, last time, opening out. Good. And coming in, wrapping the other hand around and pulling it across. And this should be quite a bit different from the first time. You're feeling all that's going on around here, and also when we were working to the outside, the inside thigh. And then let's hug that knee into the chest. We're pointing the foot again and extending the legs straight up. Let's go through the foot. So we're going to flex the foot, push through the ball of the foot, and point. Pressing the gut down towards the floor. Toes and flex. So we're still working the abdominals as we do this. And toes and flex. Repeat. Ball of the foot and point. And toes and flex. Last time. Press through the ball of the foot, toes, and toes come up and flex. Now we're going to maintain our anchor leg, and we're opening that tall leg, the long leg, out to the side, trying to use our abs and our core to help us to get into as deep a stretch to the side as we can. Obviously, we're working with that inside thigh, and then we're going to bring the thigh in, leg is straight, we'll lift it up to the ceiling. So there's a lot of core work that's happening here. Let's take that once more, and reach. Sometimes we have the desire to press through our shoulders and lift them up. Let's try not to let that happen. Opening out to the side. Good. Lift, coming upright, and stretch out through that heel. Good. Push through, point, coming into the chest. Slide the leg out. We're going to flex that foot and push out. So you've got that hip tilting out to the side. Good. And release. Let's take that 3 more times. Push it out and release. And pushing it out, stretch and release. And last time, push it out, stretching way out there. Good. And release. Relax that foot. Let the leg come down. Let's roll over to our side line here. And from here, we're pushing and rolling our spines upright. Excellent. Let's come to a tall sitting position. Legs are up in front of us, backs are straight, and we're going to rock over into a 90-90 position. So adjust yourself so that you really have those angles happening here. Your weight is going to be more onto this front leg. This hip might be completely off the floor. And sitting up tall, let's put our hands on our hips so you can feel the action that happens here. And we're going to push that hip forward and allow the upper body to twist. So now we're getting a spiral motion through the spine and the hip. And then push this hip back. You can allow your arms to go with you, and the upper torso goes. So you're pushing the hip down. And repeat. Hip goes, moves, twists, stretches, and maybe you can get more of a spiral there. Hip comes back, press, push, twist, and around. We have 2 more. Hip, and you notice there's sort of this undulation. That hip goes and the rest of the body follows. Then the head goes. You might find that you engage your glutes back there to press this hip forward. And then we reverse that hip, and the body follows. Head's going to be the last part of this movement. And last time, pushing forward, press, allowing the body to go, let the head go, and twist. Now we're trying to aim that back shoulder towards the back toe. And then from here, press that hip down. Good. All the way around, stretch, and to the back. See how far you can get in this rotation in your hip and the rest of your torso. Come back to a neutral position, and then let's lift the legs up, and we're going to transition to the other side. Adjust your position so you maintain the true 90-90. Your weight's on this front leg. Neutral position, hand on the hip. Here we go. Hip goes, it leads. Now on this side, this first time, you may not get that far. You can allow the hand to come off and help you to twist there. And then pushing this hip down, allowing the upper body to move nice and smoothly. You can let the arms flow with you. And hip, undulating, push, slide, twist, and spiral. And hip comes down, body follows, push, rotate, and around. 2 more. And pushing through that hip. Let it lead and continue all the way to the back. See if you can increase that stretch a little bit more, that spiral a little bit more. Hip comes down, allow it to follow, the rest of the body to follow, and to the back. And we have 1 more. See how far you can make this happen. And again, this is a nice flow through your body. It should feel good. It should feel comforting. All the way to the back. Back shoulder tries to reach towards that toe to increase that spiral. And hip comes down. Twist the upper body, let it move, and come into the back as far down with that hip as you can get. Come back to your neutral position. Let's come up. And we're going to shift once again to this first side. Again, find your position that works for you. And we're going to start to use the arms and the legs in this as well. So starting in a neutral position, we're going to push that hip forward, making the same arm as hip reach out as you stretch that back leg out. Now your arms going off to the diagonal, and your leg is going off to that diagonal. You may feel the glutes engage, and we're reaching. So we're getting more of a diagonal stretch. Knee comes down, elbow bends, bring that leg in, and we're going to push back as the hip goes back, shooting the hip forward, reach, stretch, arm and leg, extend it out, hand to toe, long line, elbow, knee, bend, foot comes back, and twist to the back, pushing the elbow back, and 2 more, stretch, reach, lengthen, and long line. You're supporting yourself on your back arm there, elbow, knee, leg comes in as the elbow comes back and the hip comes back, and last time, push, lead, stretch, out, shoulders are down, you're taking this long diagonal line from feet and toes, and here we go, knee, elbow, back, coming to the back with the shoulder and the rib cage going back as the hip does. Good. Coming back to the neutral position, come up. Let's take it to the other side. Setting yourself up right here. So you've got 90-90. We're in a neutral position. This hip leads, push, shoot that same arm forward and same leg on the side going out to that diagonal line. Feel that reach from the hands and the feet. Now, knee comes down, elbow bends. We've got the foot coming back into place, hip goes down, and we're reaching that elbow back. Repeat, hip leads, push, stretch, lengthen, way out there. Good. And knee, elbow, foot, hip. And here we go. And stretch, lengthen, breathe. Feel how far out you can get on that diagonal line. And bend, elbow and knee. Coming in, foot, hip goes down, and reach back. Last time, push through the hip, undulate through, stretch, reach, and lengthen. Gorgeous. Okay, knee, elbow, hip, coming back, all the way to the back. Good, come to the neutral position. Come up, bring the legs up, and let's shoot the legs out. Now, you may really feel like you did a lot of work in those hips, because you did. So let's take our flexed foot position, divine flesh out from underneath us. And let's just rotate in and out with our right leg. So we're rotating. We can allow ourselves to have that hip come off the floor and then rotate out. But now this leg is staying nice and anchored. And rotate in and rotate out. Feeling that joint, that hip joint, really move through its whole range of motion possibilities. And here's the last one. Rotate in, this leg stays where it is, and rotate out. Before we go to the other side, just relax those feet and sit up tall and notice how this hip and this leg feels. By doing that rotation in and out, that helps to release any tension you might have been feeling through the previous exercise. Okay, flex, divine flesh is out from underneath us, hands behind the left. We're rotating in, that might feel a little challenging there, and then come out. All the while, this leg is staying nice and stable. And rotate in. And we all will have one side of our body that feels a little bit different than the other side, maybe more challenging as we go in, or maybe it's easier. And rotate out. And let's take that once more. Rotate in. Let it go. Good. And rotate it out. Perfect. And then release, sit up tall, and see how that feels. Let's bring the legs together, sitting back just a little bit. Feet are pointed, and let's just rock and lift our hip all the way up. So we're getting a little stretch on the side of our side body there, lower part. And twist and reach. And twist and reach. Good. Feet stay together. Twist and reach. Now let's see if we can make it into sort of a balance. So we're twisting, reach, get the arm out. Twist, reach, and settle. Let's take that once more. Twist, reach, and settle. Good. And twist, reach, and settle. Excellent. Coming up right. Let's take our hips and move them back, and let's fold into our layered leg position. Remember, I don't like you to have your legs too close to you, because I'd like you to be able to pull the divine flesh out from underneath and have the back stacked up in a J curve, so it's truly straight. Let's take the top of our heads, roll them down, chin goes to the chest. So now we're moving through the upper spine, drop down, folding forward from the hips as we go through the spine, Hands come forward, and we're trying to go over as far as we can, opening up through that spine. Head goes down, and you may feel some additional stretch in the hip area, in the back of the hips along the glutes. Let's take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to reach the arms out and release. Let the body sink to the floor. 3 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out and let them layer over. 3rd time, deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out. So we're starting to really stretch out more in that spine. 4th time, deep breath in. Exhale, reach and extend the arms. Let the shoulders be loose. Heads are loose. Let's shake those heads out a little bit and feel the length that you may be receiving in that lower back. And then slowly lower and roll up, walking the hands in, realigning through that spine and coming to an upright position. Excellent. Now we're going to twist our spines over to the front knee and repeat the whole thing. So keeping the hips right where they are, we have a deep breath in. As we exhale, we curve that head down, chin to the chest, rolling forward, letting the arms come forward, keep both hips on the floor. You're going to extend and increase the stretch on the side body here on the left side as you lower over. Let that head be loose. Elbows are bent. Go as far as you can without lifting the hip up, keeping that hip down so you can feel that side lower spine stretch on the left side. Deep breath in. As you exhale, reach the hands out and drop. Again, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. You're increasing the stretch here. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale and reach. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale, inching those fingers out and keeping the opposite hip on the floor. Let those shoulders relax, maybe shimmy them out a little bit, shimmy that head out a little bit, and just allow this deep stretch to increase. And then walking hands up, realigning the spine, coming to an upright position. So we got a deep stretch on that left side of the spine. Okay, come to center. Let's put our legs out there to the front and just sort of beat out through the thighs. You're going to still feel like you've gotten some length through here, and maybe you feel a little tilted over to the side, but let's beat the thighs out. Good. And wiggle the feet. Excellent. And let's wiggle the hips a little bit. Perfect. And now we're going to take the same series with the other leg in front. So the left leg's in front. And again, each side is a little different. Get the divine flesh out from underneath. Find a position that works for you so your back is truly straight. And let's go straight forward once again. Shoulders are down. Roll the head forward. Rolling through the spine. All the way down. Reach. Elbows go down. If you're not reaching them to the floor, that's fine. Find a place that works for you. And here we go. 4 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, reaching the fingers out. Feeling the fold in the front of the hips there, the hip flexors, and keeping the hips on the floor, heads are down. 2nd breath, inhale. Exhale, reach and stretch. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale and lengthen. And last time, deep breath in. And exhale and reach. All the way out as far as you can get and find a stretch in the spine. Maybe you'll find more additional stretch in the glutes or in the backs of the hips there. And then walking the hands in, realigning the spine. Head's the last thing that's going to come up. You're trying to realign in reverse order as you roll down and coming all the way up. Okay, shimmy the shoulders out a little bit. And we're going to turn towards now the new front knee. And roll the head down. Hands go in front. We're rolling through that spine. This hip is going to stay down. As you go over to the left, your right hip maintains its position.
come to your starting position. Already you might feel more of a stretch on this back, lower right side. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands out. Letting the body go lower. Keeping both hips on the floor. 3 more times. Deep breath in. Exhale and reach. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, send the fingers out a little farther. Shoulders are down, heads are down. That opposite hip, that right hip is staying on the floor. And we have 1 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach out to your full extent as far as you can go and allow that lengthening to happen in the lower right spine and torso. Slowly walk yourself up and realign through the spine, coming to an upright position. Head's the last thing that comes up. Good, and come to center. Let's bring the legs in and stretch them out for a moment. And let's take that push through that we did kind of on the floor, just one leg at a time, but we'll do it with both. And so we've got the divine flesh out, backs are straight. And we're gonna, this time, lean back a little bit. So we've got a little curve in our lower spine. And we're gonna push the right hip forward and tilt the hips. So we're getting a little bit more stretch in that area that we're working, in that lower lumbar area, maybe on the side of the body. Push and shift. Repeat, push and shift. Push and shift. Let's take 2 more and exaggerate it as best you can. Push it out and shift. So we're lowering our bodies, getting a little bit of a twist there. Elbows are bent. You might find some work on the tricep happening in your arms. Up and twist and shift. Good, and shift and press. This is the last time. Good, and shift and press. Excellent. Coming up right. Let's bring our legs in and let's go over into our hands and knees position here. And let's just press out through the legs here. So we're going to curl the toe under and press out and feel a stretch in the gastrocnemius, in the calf muscle there. Tendon, the Achilles tendon, rolling through into the front of the foot. Push back. Shoulders are down, so you're trying to maintain the abdominals. Tighten. And push through over to the toe. And rock back. And roll and rock to the front. And rock back. Push. And roll and rock over to the toes and then come back to your neutral position. Bring the knee in. Let's take it to the other side. So we've got the toes under and we're pushing. Shoulders stay down. Don't lift those shoulders up. You're pushing from the hands all the way through the arms, out along the spine, out to the leg, into the heel. Rolling forward over the tops of the toes and push back and press. And roll. Feel that instep, getting a nice workout there. Really pushing through. Press. And roll through and over the toes. And press it back. And stretch. All the way out. Good. And roll through. And to the toe. And then back to the curl under the toe and come in. Let's go into a child's pose for just a moment to ease out. Breathe. Inhale. And then as you exhale, coming up, let's curl both toes, and we're going to go into a down dog. So you're pressing the hips back, lengthening the heels down to the floor. We've got the abdominals engaged. Lifting the heels up and pressing the heels down. Lift the heels up and press down. Lift the heels up. Good. And press down. And lift the heels up. Excellent. And press down. Now we're going to bend the right knee or the front knee and press out through the back heel and let our hips tilt and let our torso go to the side a little bit. So we get an extra stretch through the hamstring on the left side or the back leg. And shift and twist. And shift and twist. So this is just an exaggerated position of making one leg move and then the other one do the opposite motion. And let's repeat. We've got 2 more in each direction, just easing out. And shift and press. Good. And last time. Shift it. Excellent. And come to the other side. Good. Coming back to a lifted position, press the heels down and go back into downward dog. Good. Let's bring our knees down, but without letting the knees touch. So they're going down and press back and down and press back and down and press back. Push and down and press back. Now we're going to let the back knee come down all the way through, and we're going to rotate this front leg. We're going to bring our back hand and then bring our front hand up. So here we are. We've got a modified side plank position here. And reaching up and down. Now we're going to slide this hand, this top hand up through, curving the body, trying to maintain the legs where they are. So there's a balance challenge there. And then push and reach up. And coming forward and twist, maintaining your balance. Come up and lift, reaching up and down with those arms. Now the top arm is going to twist. You've got some abdominal control here. And lift and reach up. And once more, curve it under and twist. Good. And lift and come up. Excellent. Coming back down. Let's bring the other knee down. Shoot that back leg out, rotate it out, bringing this now front arm in a position where it's right underneath you, and that back arm lifts up. So we've got some balance issues happening there. You might see me wiggling a little bit here. And we're reaching up and down with the hands to maintain that position. Long leg goes out. And top arm is going to twist, curve, keeping the abs together, and reach under. And lift, and stretch up. And 3 more. Curve it under, twist, trying to keep that leg that's long, strong, and the hip lifted as you take this whole upper body twist and stretch. We have 2 more. And coming in, under, and reach. Good. And lift. And come upright. And last time, all the way under. Breathe, letting your head and your upper body do that twist. Excellent. And come up, lift, and reach. Good. Coming back down with that top hand, coming back into both bent knee positions, and let's go into child's pose, just to rest things out there a little bit. Excellent. And then we're going to roll up through our spine. Let's find a nice way to get back down to the floor. So here we go. Let's have our legs straight out in front of us and let the upper body roll down. We're going to take a full hamstring stretch. Our feet are parallel. Our feet are pointed. Bringing that front leg in, knee to the chest. Grabbing a hold of the leg somehow underneath. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, extend the leg up. So we're increasing the stretch in the hamstring. So here we are really working on that hamstring. We did a little hamstring work before at the beginning of class, but now we're really extending that work. And knee comes into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen and reach. 2 more. Bring that knee into the chest, folding the leg down, feet are pointed. Remember your anchor leg on the floor stays straight and foot stays pointed. And lift and extend. And once more. Bend in. Inhale. Exhale. And here we go into an extension. Now find the hold that works for you on that top leg. We're going to go into flexes and points. So here we go. Flexing out through both heels, bottom heel as well as top heel, and trying to push the heels away from each other. Push through the ball of the foot and point.
Let's take the toes up on both and flex. Breathe. Push out through the ball of foot and point. Toe comes up and flex, reaching out. See if you can bring that leg a little closer to your head. Balls of the feet and point, and toes come up and flex. And we have one more. Here we go. Ball of the foot and point, and toes come up and flex. Good. Now we're going to grab hold of the inside of the ankle there with the same leg. Other hands coming on the floor to help anchor you. And this anchor leg is staying straight, and knee goes stay straight up to the ceiling. We're going to take that opening like we did at the beginning of class when our knees were bent, or opening to the side. And you have to really control this, pushing the heel out, feeling the rotation, feeling the stretch in the inside thigh, and then bringing that leg back up and in. We're going to take that one more time. So here we go. Opening it out, feeling the stretch that's happening on the inside thigh at this point. And then as you bring that leg back in again, it comes in and you've got the stretch on the hamstring again. Good. Let's help ourselves to push through both feet, balls of feet, toes. Bring that knee into the chest and allow it to come down. We're going to roll to the side, come into your side line once more. Just settle and sort of give yourself a little bit of a rest. Push yourself up. And we're going to take that to the other side. So here we go. We've got the legs going to the front. We're going to stretch the legs out, lower ourselves down, feet are pointed. And just for a moment, notice how the leg that we just worked with is now the back leg and how it feels compared to the front leg. So feet are pointed, legs are parallel, drawing in now the new front leg, bringing the knee into the chest, feeling a long leg on your anchor leg there. And then find a way to grasp a hold of the leg or the foot and extend the leg out into your hamstring stretch. Lengthening out, feet are pointed. And again, bend the knee in, breathing. And extend, reach, and stretch. Way out there. Good. And come in and bring the knee to the chest. Two more. Breathing. Usually you want to exhale on the exertion. And coming in and breathing in. And last time, let's go all the way out. Push it out, stretch, reach. And see if you get a little bit closer to your head with that top foot. If your knees are bent and you're not anywhere near this position, but you're feeling the stretch of the hamstring, that's all we can ask for. Okay, shift the position of your hands to help allow you to go into that flex and point. So let's flex both feet out. Feel the heels reaching out. That will increase your stretch. Going through the foot, ball of foot and point. And toes and press out. Ball of foot and point. And toes and flex out. We have two more. Balls of feet and point. And toes and flex out. And last time, balls of the feet and point. And toes and flex out. Now we've got the flex position. We're setting up for that opening that we're going to take with this top leg. So keep the bottom leg, your anchor leg, nice and flat, knee up to the ceiling, foot is flexed. And then we're going to take the same arm as leg, bring it to the inside of that ankle or that foot there. Back hand is going to come down to help anchor you. And now you're going to slowly pull that front leg out to the side to increase that side inside thigh stretch there. Good. And now we're going to bring it back in, feeling the inside thigh work. But then when we get closer up towards our torso, we're getting more of a hamstring stretch. Let's take that once more. And reach it out. Breathe. Anchoring out through the heels, trying not to let the body roll there. We're reaching out to the side, stretch. See if you can go a little farther this time. And then coming back in, coming into that hamstring stretch. Good. Let's take both hands on this top leg and now press once again, heels away from each other to increase that stretch if we can.
Good. Pushing the ball of foot point, coming in and sliding that leg down all the way out. And let's just beat the thighs on the floor there and rock the hips side to side. Excellent. And then come into your foot drum position and let the whole body rock. Good. And release. All right, we're going to point our feet again and be in a parallel position. Anchor the legs down, and we're going to work through that lower back into an arch. So hands are to the side. We're going to push through our belly, arching through our lower back there. Continue, put the weight of the hands into the floor and the elbows and arch up. And we're going to take the opposite, flex the foot, and roll back down. So we're working through that spine. We're also getting some more abdominal work. Point the feet. Repeat. Arching up. Lift. Coming up. Flex. And roll back down. 2 more. Point the feet. Arch. Lift. Letting the heads go. And come upright. Flex. And roll back down. And breathe. And we have 1 more. Rolling up. Lift. Coming all the way up, flex the feet, and rolling back down. Good. Okay, once again, wiggle the feet, wiggle different parts of your body, maybe shoulders, hips, head. Good. Let's roll to the side, do another side body stretch, letting everything just relax. Let's take a deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Roll yourself up. And coming up to an upright position. Okay, let's take a second position, a wide second. So we're going to bring our legs up, open the legs out. Now, since we've done some inside thigh work just now, you may find that you can get a little farther out. As always, we're getting the divine flesh out from underneath us and sitting up tall. Good. Let's do just a little rocking through the hips to help ease those hips out a little bit. Good. Letting the whole body sort of move through. It's similar to the 90-90 position that we were in when we made the hips lead, but now we're going side to side. Good. Let's take that into a flex position. We're going to come down, folding from the hips there onto our elbows. So we've got a little bit of we're trying to maintain a rotation here, but getting to the elbows. If you're not there, you can be up at your hands. But we're just going to increase the stretch on the inside thighs. So from here, maintaining this position, we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to try and push the right heel out a little bit more. Good. And it's not going to be much of a motion, but you may feel that there was enough that you feel an increased stretch on the inside thigh here. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, exhale, pushing out that left leg. So you may find your weight coming forward a little bit more. Let's take that once more. Deep breath in. Exhale, pushing out the right heel and the right leg. And breath in. Exhale, pushing out the left. So here we are on our elbows. We've got a flat back here. We're folding from the crease in the hips. And let's start rolling the whole torso forward towards the floor. Nice and slow with a breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands out and see if you can lower a little bit more. This is deeply going to stretch the inside thighs there. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, reach out. Feel the fold happening in that hip flexor area. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, reaching. We're aiming to get our arms straight and our whole body flat on the floor. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. So you're going to go as far as you can go, increasing the stretch in the inside thighs, reaching the arms forward and feeling the heels going in opposite directions out. Good. Let's take one more deep breath in. Let's make a noise on the exhalation and see if that allows us to go a little farther over. You do want your head to be loose. My head's lifted a little bit so my voice doesn't get super muffled there. Feel the length. Good. Now we're going to roll up through the spine and restack ourselves upright. Excellent.
Let's slide over to the right side. Hand goes out. We still have flexed feet. We're going to reach the left arm over, feeling a side body stretch, and see if you can touch those toes there. Good. Lift the arm up. Take a deep breath in, pressing this elbow against the leg. We're going to open the chest and allow the shoulder blades to squeeze and the arm to reach to the back of the room. So we're opening up. This is kind of the opposite of what we did when we had that one knee bent and the other leg long, and we're curving underneath us. And come back up to your upright position. Reach the hand over and see if you can get closer to those toes. Let's take that 3 more times. Lift, breath in. Opposite hip stays on the floor as you open up the chest out to the back. Chest lifts to the ceiling. Coming back to center, opposite hip stays on the floor and reaching over. You may find that you get a lot farther over to the side there. 2 more. Hand up, breath in. Exhale, open, twist, and reach. How far can you open up that chest? And come back up to your neutral position and reaching over. You may be able to go all the way to the ball of the foot there with your hand. And last time, coming up right, breath in, exhale, and open. So you're rotating that chest, your heart towards the ceiling. Good. Come back to neutral position. Reach over and stretch. Good. Hand comes down. Let's roll ourselves up slowly. And then relax the feet and wiggle them out a little bit. We're going to take that to the other side. Again, now that we've stretched this side of our body out so much, you might feel like you're tilting over to the side a little bit there. So let's take it to the other side. We're going back into that flex. Shoulders are down. Sit up as tall as you can. You'll still be able to feel the difference on this side. And we're going to slide, reach, bring this arm up and over, keeping the opposite hip on the floor and reaching over to the side. Now we're trying to reach our hand over to the toes, and you might not be there. Keeping the shoulders twisted so you're not closing up that position. You're keeping it nice and open, and feel that stretch on this now right side. Okay, let's bring this arm up. Inhale, bracing this elbow down on the left leg. As we exhale, we reach that arm behind and bringing our shoulder blades together to open up the chest. And this first time is not going to feel like you're going very far. Good. Coming up to your neutral position. Inhale, and then exhale and reach the hand over. You may find here it's much easier to get closer to those toes. And here we go. Arm, inhale. Exhale, press with the elbow against the leg to help you get that twist, that rotation. Chest is trying to reach up to the sky. Opening out. Good. Come back to your neutral position. Inhale. Exhale and reach over. Good. We have 2 more sets of this. Lift up. Inhale. Press with the bottom elbow. Reach. Exhale. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. Shoulders stay down. Reaching and opening up. Good. Come to your neutral position. Excellent. And reach. And now maybe this time the reach, you can get farther past the toes to maybe the ball of the foot there. Good. And here's your last time. Arm up, neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Press. Reaching arm behind and opening up that chest. Heart goes up to the ceiling, up to the sky. And come back to neutral position. Excellent. Reaching over. How far over can you get? How much of a stretch can you feel on that right side? Good. Hand comes down. Roll yourself up. Excellent. And come up right. And hopefully you feel more equal stretched through either side. Okay, let's bring the legs in and shake them out. Perfect. And let's take one more stretch. Here we go. We're going to bend this front leg. So we're making a 90-degree angle, and then we're going to shoot this back leg and roll it so that you are getting the hip down towards the floor. So you're going to start to feel a stretch on that hip, using your hands to sort of get up on top of that position so you can feel that hip going down, shoulders down. Now you're also going to feel a stretch in the back of this front folded knee position. And then we're going to rock over
to the outside of the hip, and then using your hands, you're going to rock to the front. So we're increasing the stretch in that front hip, and rock, and going back, and rocking inside. So you're going to really know where you're feeling this. Let's take that 2 more times through the rock. So we rock to the back, good, and then rock to the front. Shoulders are down, your arms are helping you, and you may find your head wants to move from one side to the other as you rock to the back, and then rock and come to the inside. Good. Come to a neutral position and come up. Let's bring the legs together and shoot them up front. You may feel a big difference on this side after doing that. And let's take it to the other side. So this knee is bending. We've got that 90-degree position, bringing the other leg behind. Use your hands to help you, and you're trying to roll this hip down. So you're going to feel a stretch in this hip here before we start the rocking back and forth. Place your hands wherever you're going to need to have them be. So you're using your hands to kind of be right up on top. You're pushing yourself up a little bit on top of this rolled hip here. And then let's begin the rocks with the hip, with working with the front hip. So you're rolling to the back hip and then rolling to the front. And this might be very challenging. And rock to the back. Shoulders are loose. Elbows are slightly bent, and rock to the front. We have 2 more. Rock and roll to the back. Beautiful. And roll and going to the front. And last time, rocking it to the back. And rolling over to the front. Letting the head go with you. Good. Coming back to neutral position. Let's bend the back legs, shoot the legs forward, and you're going to really feel that in those hips there. So let's just sort of wiggle side to side on those hips. Reassure them that they will be okay. Excellent. So making sure that the divine flesh is out from underneath you. We've done a lot of work around the hips and the twisting actions that our body can do, hips, shoulders, torso. And hopefully it helps you feel a lot more loose and open to the world. Let's take feet pointed, reach the arms out to the side. Inhale, bring the hands together and bring the hands to the heart chakra. And I hope you've enjoyed this level 2 class and that you will subscribe. Take care and have a great rest of the day.